I just remembered there's a reason for people like me to watch the Super Bowl. The trailers. Well, not trailers, like TV spots. Mini trailers, micro transactions of trailers, little tidbits of information. Oh, it's a wee little taste of the coming cinema season. Hey, I'm Ryan, your host of The Toast, and let's talk about some Super Bowl TV spots. First up, Deadpool, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. More of the same stuff with just a little bit of new dubbing sprinkled in. Whatever, it comes out next week anyway. Still excited for it, though. Jason Bourne, literally the title of the film. I guess they've just run out of isms or atoms or emeses or whatever word comes next. Now already I don't see Matt Damon as Jason Bourne anymore. It's kind of been too long. I know it hasn't really been that long, but now I see him as the guy from The Martian more than anything, and he doesn't hold the seriousness anymore in the movie for me. I mean, he's a good actor, and I'm sure he's going to do well in it, but in my mind, he's become more of like, oh, it's Matt Damon again, instead of, oh, cool, it's Matt Damon again. I gotta say, though, the short little bit of the Moby theme that plays in the Jason Bourne series, it did get me, and it was, oh, there's that song again. That means Jason Bourne is back. Independence Day. Or should I say, Independence Bay. It's like, as in Michael Bay, because this thing is just full of explosions. Seriously, it's nothing but over-the-top destruction, and I feel like I've seen that. I've had enough of that. We see it in every summer blockbuster, and now it just looks like a mess of CG. I want to really like this movie. I mean, Independence Day was great, and more of the same should be good, but hey, Jeff Goldblum. The Secret Life of Pets. Now, as soon as they mentioned that this is from the same people who made Despicable Me, I was out. I mean, Megamind was the superior film. X-Men Apocalypse. Now, this one just stars a very grizzled trucker version of Magneto. I don't want to get on a tangent about what characters look like, because otherwise I'd be going on about Apocalypse for this entire episode, but I do wish he looked better and sounded better. I think Apocalypse needs to be unique. He needs to be one of those characters that is a unique performance and a unique voice and a unique look, not just the same old shit that we keep seeing. This is one of those cases where X-Men First Class did a really good job. I mean, they took the inspiration from the comics, the brightly colored suits and everything, applied it really practically and really well to X-Men First Class. But then we don't see any of that ever again, and I wish we did, especially in Apocalypse. I mean, come on, he's literally a larger-than-life villain. And he's so rich in history and his little quirks and his abilities, and he just can afford to be a bigger personality than what this movie is making him out to be. And this whole going to war thing in the trailer, this whole war of the Age of Apocalypse looks like it's being fought by about 8 characters, 4 on each side. That just doesn't really sound like a war to me. More like a scuffle. And I bet you in this whole world full of humans and mutants, the fate of the world is going to hang on these 8 characters. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Out of nowhere we got this trailer and everyone was excited about this mystery, and then we get the TV spot, which kind of takes away from the mystery a little bit, because now you know that she gets in a car crash and winds up at this house and in the bunker with John Goodman. So it definitely explains why she gets in this situation, and I gotta admit, it does look like there is going to be a big Cloverfield-style monster in it, but last I checked, the Cloverfield monster didn't glow a bright white light. In that case, I hope it is something new, something we haven't seen. I don't really want a rehashing of the Cloverfield monster. I was not a fan of the monster from Cloverfield at all. I was a fan of the marketing for the movie, but not the actual monster, so I hope it is something new and exciting. Ninja Turtles. Are we really gonna go through this again? Okay. First up, the Turtle Van's robotic arms are just plain stupid, and I mean, I know that's a weird thing to say in the series that's based on a bunch of mutated turtles that learn ninjutsu, but regardless, it just looks stupid. There's no other way to say it. Almost with the gratuitous April O'Neil schoolgirl shot. I mean, it's obvious why it's in the trailer, just to titillate young men, but you don't need it. You don't need... I mean, Casey Jones is there. That actually does kind of interest me, because we haven't seen Casey Jones in these new movies yet. But April, no one cares about April O'Neil anymore. No one cared about her, like, even in the original movies. Maybe in the cartoon, but none of this crap. Who cares about April O'Neil anymore when you've got these giant friggin' CG turtles wrecking up shit? Oh, because she's in a schoolgirl outfit. Where does it fit? A Raphael falling out of the sky and hitting a plane? What? I don't even want to know the stupid excuse of how he's going to survive that. Okay, I gotta give him credit for having Bebop and Rocksteady look like they do in the cartoon. It's like they've taken a lesson from X-Men First Class and used the original designs that everyone knows and loves and actually give us them. Give us what we want. Speaking of what we want, Technodrome and Krang. Now, I was a Ninja Turtles nut when I was a kid. I had everything. And it's really exciting to see the Technodrome and Krang, this big robot body. That is the reason I will see this movie. I'm not convinced that I'm gonna be happy when I see it, But that is a reason. That is where I am curious. That is where my curiosity lies. I always wondered, does this big robot body have like a personality or something? To me, that face, it looks like something's going on there, and he's kind of fed up with being there, having his brain in his gut. I think he just needs some Pepto-Bismol. Civil War! We got Civil War! And it was perfect too. It was just enough of what we wanted to see. This is the one I had to rewatch over and over just because we're so invested in this universe by now. First up, they're showing us a little too much dead Rhodey in these trailers, which makes me think it's a bluff. And is it just me, or is Iron Man's CG getting worse? Like, his head did not look right in that elevator shaft. It looked... I mean, granted, it's probably not the finished footage yet, but... We got a new Ant-Man suit. Very cool, very chic, very sleek. We got Bucky in a Borg regeneration chamber thing. They got the Vision on Tony's side. How are they supposed to beat the Vision? He's supposed to be Ultron's perfect life form. I mean, he toasted him in the last movie. Answer Scarlet Witch. We all know that in the books that those two have a thing, and I just know that in this fight, there's going to be a moment where Vision's about to schmuck her, and she's going to be all like, hey, sailor, and he won't be able to do it, and then he's going to be taken out from the side, blindsided while he's distracted. Now, maybe Scarlet Witches can just mind control them all into getting along. How's that? Nice peaceful ending. No fighting needed. Certainly no bullets to the hand. Seriously, Tony's face was so shocked when he took that bullet point blank range. It's probably been a while since he had to brush that close with death, and the shock on his face. I mean, Tony Stark isn't surprised very often, and he just... I think he's speechless. He doesn't have a quippy comeback. But Captain America Civil War has left me the most excited of any of these trailers. Well, save one, which surprised me. That's right, I'm talking about the Jungle Book. Of all the Super Bowl TV spots, this was the one that got to me the most, because we didn't really see a hell of a lot in the first trailer, especially we didn't get to hear any of the voice actors, and this one we got the whole set. And like the movie song in Jason Bourne, the Bare Necessities tune that they remixed for this one got me. It got me where I live, or at least where I remember. Yeah, that song brought back the feels. I mean, I haven't heard that song in forever, and then you get to hear it, and you get to hear the bass behind it, and all this crazy new CG stuff that looks fantastic. I love Shere Khan. I've always loved Shere Khan. When I went to Disneyland, and they had the personality test thing, and he was my character. I got a villain as my who are you as a Disney character. I got Shere Khan. And that's awesome. Idris Elba is the voice of Shere Khan. I mean, this voice talent in this movie is amazing. You've got Christopher Walken, and we got Bill Murray. You got Bill Murray back in the film. Not 100% sold on ScarJo as Ka, though, the snake, because, like I said about the X-Men, I think you needed a more iconic voice, or a different voice, a unique voice, especially for a giant freaking python. And the imagery in this trailer is fantastic. It mirrors the original cartoon like perfectly. It's got the look, it's got the feel. There's wide shots of them kind of almost silhouetted against the background. It looks like the Jungle Book. Man, I've got to start counting when I see this movie how many times Mowgli jumps off of something. But then again, they kind of do that a lot in every movie now again. Like, jumping off things is the thing to do in movies. Need an exciting set piece in a movie? Jump off something. Always works. Anyway, those are my quick takes on this year's Super Bowl TV spots, and if you'd like to see more toast, please click away. Cheers!